Life isn't meant to be easy. It's not meant to coddle you, comfort you, or let you slide by unnoticed. Life is a battlefield. Every day you wake up, you're stepping into the ring. And let me tell you something. You better be ready to fight, because the world doesn't care about your excuses. The world doesn't care about your problems. It doesn't give a damn about how unfair life feels. You've got to own every bit of your story, your wins, your losses, your pain, your triumphs. They're all yours. You're not a victim unless you choose to be one. Too many people want the results but aren't willing to eat the pain it takes to get there. You want to be strong, but you don't want to lift the heavy weights of life. You want success, but you don't want to deal with the setbacks, the rejections, the long nights grinding when everyone else is sleeping. Let me tell you something right now. Success isn't supposed to feel good. Growth isn't supposed to be easy. Growth is pain. And that pain, that's your ticket to the life you want. Most people are too soft. They crumble the second life punches them in the face. But let me tell you something. Resilience is everything. Life will hit you. It'll knock you to your knees. It'll break you if you let it. But you've got to get back up every time. No excuses, no self-pity. Just stand up and keep moving forward. Because every time you get up, you get stronger. Every time you refuse to quit, you prove to yourself that you're unbreakable. You want to know the truth? You're your own worst enemy. It's not the economy. It's not your boss. It's not your past. It's you. That voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough, that you can't do it, that it's too hard, that voice is a liar. You've got to learn to fight that voice, to silence the negativity, to push through the doubt. Because if you don't control your mind will control you. Most people live their lives blaming others, blaming their parents, their partners, their circumstances. Let me tell you something. No one is coming to save you. No one owes you anything. Your life is your responsibility. It's on you to make the changes, to do the work, to climb the damn mountain. Stop waiting for a handout. Stop waiting for permission. Get up and take control of your life. The path to greatness is lonely. Most people won't understand your drive. They'll think you're crazy. They'll try to pull you down, keep you small, make you comfortable. Don't let them. Greatness requires sacrifice. It means cutting out distractions, letting go of toxic people, and staying focused on your goals. It means doing what needs to be done, even when it's hard, even when you're tired, even when no one else believes in you. Failures are not the end. They're the beginning. Every failure is a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to grow. But you've got to be willing to face them head on. You've got to be willing to fall, to stumble, to get embarrassed, to look like a fool, because that's how you learn. That's how you get better. Stop running from failure. Run toward it. Comfort is the enemy of progress. If you're comfortable, you're not growing. If you're not growing, you're dying. That's the truth. You've got to get out of your comfort zone every single day. You've got to seek out challenges, embrace the struggle, lean into the discomfort, because that's where the magic happens. That's where you find out what you're really made of. Gratitude is power. Too many people focus on what they don't have, on what's wrong in their lives, on what's missing. But let me tell you something. You have more than you think. You've got air in your lungs, a heart that beats, a body that moves. That's a gift. That's a blessing. Don't take it for granted. Wake up every day and say thank you. Thank you for the struggle. Thank you for the pain. Thank you for the opportunity to fight another day. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the legacy you leave behind. It's not about how much money you make, how many followers you have, or how nice your house is. It's about the impact you make. It's about how you make people feel, the lives you touch, the example you set. Live a life that matters. Live a life you can be proud of. Because when it's all said and done, that's all you'll have. You want to know why 99% of people will never taste success? Why most people will spend their lives watching others rise while they stay stuck in the mud? It's because they've built a house of lies inside their heads and they're living in it. They tell themselves they're doing enough. They tell themselves the world is too hard. They tell themselves success is only for the lucky. And you know what? That is the exact reason they fail. They fail because they believe the bullshit story they've created to make themselves feel better about doing nothing. People are addicted to comfort. They don't even see it anymore. They wake up in their warm bed, hit snooze on their phone, and already they've lost. The moment you hit snooze, you've told yourself it's okay to take the easy route. You've told yourself you deserve 5 more minutes of sleep. Deserve? You haven't done a damn thing yet, and you're already rewarding yourself. That's the first lie. That's the first domino to fall. And once it falls, the rest crumble with it. We live in a society that tells you to avoid pain at all costs. It tells you to seek happiness, to find balance. Balance? What the hell is balance? Balance is another word for mediocrity. Balance is a license to stay average while pretending you're doing something. You can't be balanced and be great. You have to tip the scale so far to one side that it breaks the damn scale. That's what it takes. But nobody wants to hear that. It's easier to scroll Instagram and see some clown talking about how you can manifest success. Manifest. You don't manifest hard work, you do it. The truth is, most people are weak. And I don't just mean physically, I mean mentally, emotionally, spiritually weak. They've been told their whole lives that hard work is some kind of punishment. Don't push yourself too hard or you'll burn out. That's the softest thing I've ever heard. Burn out? Burnout happens when you're working for something you don't even care about. When you're chasing someone else's dream. When you're not connected to your why. You won't burn out when the fire inside you is hotter than anything the world can throw at you. But that fire takes work to ignite. And that's where 99% of people fail. They're too busy chasing comfort to understand what real work looks like. Real work doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you had a rough day. Real work asks you one question: how bad do you want it? If your answer isn't all, I want it more than I want to breathe, then you're already done. You're already part of the 99%. The problem is, people think success is supposed to feel good. They think it's this glamorous, shiny thing. They don't see the blood. They don't see the tears. They don't see the 4 a.m. alarms when it feels like your body's breaking down. They just see the end result and assume it was easy. It's never easy. Success is built on failure. It's built on rejection. It's built on sacrifice. Most people aren't willing to sacrifice a damn thing. They want success to come gift-wrapped, with a bow on top. Newsflash. That's not how it works. Here's what nobody wants to admit. The road to success is lonely. It's uncomfortable. It's ugly. You'll lose friends. You'll lose sleep. You'll lose parts of yourself, and that's exactly why 99% of people never make it. They're too scared to let go of what's holding them back. They want to have it all. Success without sacrifice, growth without pain. But you can't climb a mountain while carrying dead weight. You have to be willing to drop the excuses, drop the negativity, and drop the people who aren't pushing you forward. Most people don't even know what hard work means. They think showing up is enough. They think putting in a few hours makes them special. Let me tell you something. Hard work doesn't start when you feel good. It starts when you feel like shit. It starts when every part of you is screaming to quit and you keep going anyway. That's hard work. And guess what? It's not sexy. It's not fun. It doesn't make for a good Instagram post, but it's the only way. You know what separates the 1% from the 99%? Discipline, not motivation. Motivation is a liar. Motivation is that little voice that tells you to wait until tomorrow. Motivation fades the moment things get tough. Discipline shows up every single day, whether you feel like it or not. Discipline doesn't care about your feelings. It cares about results. Most people don't have discipline because they've never had to earn anything. They've been handed everything. So, the moment life pushes back, they fold. They quit. They join the 99%. Success doesn't give a damn about your excuses. It doesn't care that you're tired. It doesn't care that you had a bad childhood. It doesn't care that you failed before. Success only cares about one thing. Did you show up? Did you do the work? Did you push harder when everyone else stopped? That's the difference. That's what separates the winners from the losers. Winners don't make excuses. They make adjustments. Losers, they just make excuses. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. You're not special. Your problems aren't special. Your excuses aren't special. Everyone has problems. Everyone has excuses. The difference is successful people don't let those excuses define them. They don't let their circumstances dictate their lives. They use them as fuel. They turn their pain into power. But most people, they sit in their pain. They marinate in it. They let it become their identity. And that's why they stay stuck. You want to succeed? You want to be in that 1%? Then you have to be willing to suffer. You have to be willing to outwork everyone else. You have to embrace the grind, the pain, the loneliness, because that's what it takes. There are no shortcuts. There's no hack. There's just the work. And if you're not willing to do it, step aside. Let someone else take your spot, because the 1% don't have time for excuses. They're too busy making it happen. So ask yourself this: are you really doing the work? Are you really pushing yourself? Or are you just pretending? Are you just playing the role of someone who works hard? Or are you actually putting in the hours? Be honest with yourself. Because if you're not, life will expose you. It will show you for who you really are. And if you're not ready to face that, you'll never make it. Stop blaming society. Stop blaming your parents. Stop blaming your circumstances. The world doesn't owe you a damn thing. You want success? Earn it. You want to be great? Prove it. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to hand you your dream life. If you want it, you have to take it. And you take it by showing up every single day, doing the work nobody else wants to do. That's the secret. That's the formula. It's not easy, but it's simple. The question is, do you want it bad enough? Or are you just another member of the 99%?